Hey guys, it has been a long time. 3 months, 3 months to be exact. It's been a long time when you have to go watch your previous video to figure out how long it's been since you did a video and to figure out where things were last time you saw them and all that stuff. So if you're new, hi, welcome. My name's Leanne. I'm Small Town Stitches. And if you're returning, then welcome back. You are going to hear a lot of background noise. I'm going to forewarn you. I am sitting downstairs. My daughter's playing and watching a movie at the same time. Thank God for modern technology to keep our kids entertained while we decide to do things for a little bit. So I'm just forewarning you, yes, there is going to be background noise in this video. So let's talk some life before we get into stitching and what I've been up to. So we'll start with, this video may appear kind of broken up, and I'm just going to forewarn you as to why. So my phone has decided to take a crap. It still works, but something's messed up with the speaker, and that's why my last video and stuff felt like it was like almost underwater. You couldn't hear me very well, and it's only gotten worse. So I can't, this is what I normally film on. I can't film on it. I can't, the speaker, my regular speaker also doesn't work. So like if you call me, I have to talk to you on speakerphone. So I'm on my husband's iPad. And I don't know how much memory it has, so depending on when it tells me, I may have to like stop, pause, send it to my phone, delete the one on the iPad, and continue on. I'm just forewarning everybody. So that's another reason why I haven't updated in a little while, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to update, because I can't do it on my phone like I normally do. So let's talk life. Let's talk my licensing exam. So I took it in September something. I don't even remember the date now. I took my NCLEX, was so nervous. And when I mean nervous, I mean like there's healthy levels of anxious and anxiety, and then there's not so healthy levels of anxiety. Mine was in the not so healthy levels of anxiety when I took this test. I literally, when I sat down, like was flipping out. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't concentrate. I called my husband on the way home bawling. I bawled over the hour drive I had home. Bawled. Was a mess that day, to the point where like I was super angry at everybody. I was a mess. And I found out 2 days later, I had failed. So I was a mess. I had talked to my husband, my preceptor. I was a mess. And one of the girls at work pulled me aside, and she was like, we need to sit here and talk, you and I. Okay. Good job. And she's like, passing this the first time does not make you a good nurse. And she's an amazing nurse. And she's like, I failed the first time. A lot of the people that you work with failed the first time. Gear up, do something different, and figure out a game plan and go. I'm like, okay. So I figured out a game plan, and then I had a meeting with one of my managers and like the nurse educator for the ER that I work at. And they were like, it's not a big deal. You'll just gear up, take it again. Bella, you got to quiet down a little bit, sweetie. But if you don't pass the second time, then like we have to part ways with like you in the hospital until like you can pass it, and then we can bring you back. Great. So that's even more stress added on. So I went to my doctor. Actually, I had a doctor's appointment. My husband had a doctor's appointment, and my husband addressed the massive anxiety that I have. And he upped my dose of my medication, and I have officially been diagnosed with anxiety. That was hard for me. You hear so much negative talk about mental illness and people who have mental illness, and anxiety is grouped into that category. And I told my husband, I said, I don't feel like there's something wrong with me. I just can't cope as well as a lot of other people can. But now I have a mental illness, and it's still something that bothers me, but my name is Leanne and I have anxiety issues. That's all I can say. And he also gave me Xanax for when I need something even stronger. So I figured out my plan. I was going to use UWorld to figure out questions, and then I found I actually was sent these Mark Klimek, I think it's how you pronounce his last name, audios, and it's all context questions, or all context material, and he goes about it and talks about it in a different way than you ever learned in nursing school. Ways that you wish they would have told you in nursing school, because it makes sense as opposed to everything that they rambled about, you know. For example, we were covering arterial blood gas things, and he made it easier in 15 minutes than a 3-hour lecture at school. Why? So, long story short, I retested on Monday. I took my medication like I normally do every day, and I took a Xanax when I got there on top of it. So I get there, I was super calm in the waiting room. They called me back, I did all my stuff, you know, the security checks, went in to take my test, and I'm looking around at the people next to me, and they all reminded me, Bella, thank you. They all reminded me of me the last time I had tested. They were all sitting there like super anxious and stuff, and I had my foot kicked up. I had my foot kicked up on the chair like this. I was laid back and just answering questions. My computer shut off at 148 questions, and I was like, oh, okay. Got up, walked out, and I was so calm the whole way home and stuff, and my husband's like, I have a feeling you passed. I called my preceptor, and she's like, I just have a feeling you passed. So I got home. I tested at 8 o'clock in the morning too, which was another thing, because last time I had tested at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and my anxiety was just up to here. So I was like, I need to wake up, just get in the car, go and test right first thing in the morning. So I came home, ate lunch, felt like my anxiety was, you know, starting to creep up a little bit. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go take a nap. Woke up. See if I can show you. Woke up and decided to check my email, and pop up, and it says, I'm gonna erase, let's see, I don't even know if you can see that. There we go. Registered nurse license issued. I passed. Yeah. So after all this prep that you guys been listening to me, I am a registered nurse now. I am an RN. I don't have to prep for anything. I don't have to do questions every night anymore. I'm done. I am officially done. So, I actually, the next day, I've already passed Pediatric Advanced Life Support PALS and ACLS. I have those. I am done. When I am home, I get to be home. I get to be wife, mom, cross-stitcher. Like, I have my time back, you guys. Like, which means I get to keep my job too, which is a good thing. So let's talk about work. So then I went in and talked to one of the nurse educator, who she is responsible for figuring out our stuff. And I have been able to do everything except pass meds officially, because they always say if you make an error, you don't want to do it on your preceptor's license, because she shouldn't have to lose your license or her license if you make it an error. Completely understand. So now I can pass meds. So I will be on days for 2 more weeks, and then I go to night shift. And then I will be doing my pediatric rotation for 2 weeks on night shift. And then December 10th, the week of December 10th will be my first week on my own with nobody. It's just me. I'm just by myself. So, and they have me doing my peds at night, because unfortunately it will be a 7P to 7A night shift worker. unfortunately, until I can get seniority and get on days. So that's where my life's been up. Work has been insane. My preceptor and I have this, we have this black cloud over our head, and we have had so many sick patients. We've had so many ICU holds down in the ER. I have innovated with every single ER doctor, I think, but two. I mean, I guess I'm learning, but holy crap, work has been busy. But I feel like I'm getting it though. So that's my life in a nutshell. Lately, you guys, I'm so sorry, my kid is so loud. One other thing that has developed since we have last talked is she doesn't nap anymore. Her over us, bedtime's a lot easier, but she'll be 4 in February, and she just, unless she really needs it, and you'll know when she needs it, she really doesn't nap anymore. So that's life. So I can get back to my cross stitching, to being a mom, to cleaning my house, to being a wife, to baking, to taking care of stuff that needs to be done. Like, I don't have to study at night anymore. And it got to the point where I studied so much for this my retest, that I went in there knowing there was nothing else I could have possibly done different or better. I legitimately gave it my all. So let's talk projects. I have 2 finishes, not FFOs, because we're still trying to figure it out, but I have 2 finishes since we last have talked 3 months ago. One of them being my biggest thing to date. I'll just show you. So last time you saw my vows piece, it looked like this. All right, you ready? So like I told you, I was trying to figure out when to give this to him. I knew I wanted to give it to my husband. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give it to him when, but I finished it right before his birthday. So I gave it to him for his birthday. This is it now. It's still not folded. I ended up putting my initials on the bottom, but it's done. It's huge. So we're still trying to figure out the reason it hasn't been framed yet. My husband doesn't know. My idea was to put it in our bedroom. Well, my husband is not a crier. My husband is a cowboy boot wearing, Wrangler jeans, baseball hat, t-shirt type of guy. He's a guy's guy. My husband started crying when he opened it. And he doesn't know if he wants to put it up in our bedroom or if he wants to frame it and put it down in our family room, which is why it's not framed yet, because all our frames throughout our house are black and everything in our room is done, like, frame-wise is done in a barn wood. So I haven't bought it yet until he figures out kind of where he wants to put it. Good job. She's building towers. Good job, Iron Man. So that's where that one is at. That was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I just need to get it framed, but we just have to figure out where we're gonna put it when it's done. Excuse me. Next is Spooky Welcome, and I will insert a picture of that the last time you saw it right here. So this was done on just a piece of an 18 count Aida fabric that I had bought. It was this color, the orangest rustic color. Let me fix that because you're not going to be able to fully see the whole thing. There we go. This is where it's at, y'all. It's done. So this was the one done in Victorian motto thread, except the welcome. I ran out. So the welcome is a little bit darker, as you'll see. And it was actually one of the colors that I'll show you. Bella, inside voices. I see. This video's gonna be a mess. but you can see it's a little bit darker, and it was actually from one of my colors from a Victorian model that I used, and I will show you when we get to that. But my plan for this is to still, I want to do something with a flat, mounted on sticky board or something, and then make a, I want to eventually make a sign for my front door from it for Halloween. I think that would look really cool. So that is my plan for that one. So 2 finishes, you guys. This one was done, my vows one was done around September. This one, my spooky welcome, was done just recently while I was studying at home. So the content I was listening to is all audio. So I am the type of person that can't just sit and listen to something. I will tune things out. So instead I would stitch, and I did this one because it was all one color, and I would just sit and listen when I could to those audios, and that's how I got this one done, was listening, because those audios were 20 hours worth of stuff to listen to. So I listened to them all though. So those are my finishes. Yeah, I can't believe I have 2 finishes, but I do. So next we're going to talk whips. I have been working on a bunch. Some of them you haven't seen since I started. Again, I told you this video is going to be choppy because I have a 3.5-year-old right next to me. Reminds me of listening to everyone else who has children too. So you guys are not the only ones. So I actually subbed something different. This was my bag I had Spooky Welcome in that I bought from Leslie Hurley. Well, Spooky Welcome's done, so I put a different project in. So we are going to talk about maybe for Christmas. Maybe for Christmas. We're not going to the store right now. Okay, why don't you just be thankful you have what you have and play with your toys, okay? Thank you. So this is Cross Stitch Nation, and I'm going to insert a picture now of where you saw it last time. All right, so there's a backstory with this one. As you're gonna be able to tell, the blue in the dress is different. So this is where she's at now. Not a lot. This blue is obviously a lot brighter than the last one you saw. So I was searching everywhere to try and work on this thing. I couldn't find the floss anywhere. So then I went into my stash, found a different blue, and then started stitching. I found the blue. Of course, afterwards, I went through the pattern, did all my floss, everything. I found it afterwards. But I ended up liking this blue better, but I would have had more progress if I just would have found it the first time. So the entire dress had to be ripped out and restitched. So then I chose just this gray that I found. I don't even remember the colors, you guys. All these flosses are a mixture of Color and Cotton and Victorian model. So then I did all of her dress, her needle, and the floss. She's done. I worked on this one. This is kind of like a yellow gold floss. For her dress, I just have to, on her, obviously give her a head and some hair, but I need to, and some hands. Those may be beneficial for a stitcher. I need to finish the blocks, filling those in on her dress, and then do the next. So it's coming along. I like it. This is gonna probably be framed or something and put in a craft area. This is, of course, isn't gonna go downstairs or whatever. So I love it. So that's where that's at. I do have, it's weird, I actually have progress to show you guys. Weird what nursing school being done with it and not seeing or talking to anybody for 3 months kind of gives for your project. Alright, told you this is going to be broken up. I just had to airdrop it some to my phone so I could delete them so I could have memory to keep recording. So next, this is see countdown to Christmas, and I'm going to insert a picture of where this was the last time you saw it. So hardly anything. Now, this is where it's at now. So I need to get started. I would really like to hang this up this Christmas. But last time I just had block 1 done, and now I am working on 9 and 10, so. And this is just on a piece of 18 count Ada. I coffee dyed myself with all the called for flosses, which you don't hear me say very often anymore. This is a newer start that I have, and this is the Graveyard Halloween by Stony Creek. I am doing this with a piece of Color and Cottons for my Fabric of the Month that I had for a while. I think I may go back to her neutrals. I'm thinking about it. And this is all in Midnight Teal by Victorian Motto. You guys, there's hardly anything done on this. And it looks like this. It almost looks like Maleficent's horns, but it's just the top of the tree right there. I thought it'd be really cool on this purple, and I'm really liking it so far. I did not work on it much because I had one monochromatic thing going on, and I didn't want to really have two because like they're both gray, but I finished one, so when I want something monochromatic, this is what I'll be reaching for. Next is another newer start that, since you guys have last seen my video. Alright, so this is a newer start since you guys have last seen me. This is the Pledge of Allegiance, and this is by Designs by Lisa. These all are Color and Cotton or Victorian Motto threads. Shocker, like everything I do. These are my threads. This is done on a piece of linen by Cindy Sorley's group. That's where I bought it, along with the chart. And this is where it's at. It's gonna take a while. So that's where I'm at right now. I haven't worked on this one in a while. I haven't done much stitching in a while. This is just like little progress at a time. A lot of these were arbitrary August starts that you're seeing. My dishwasher's also running, so bear with me. This is a new start. This is, I don't have the pattern with me, but it's all the called for flosses. I have them right here. This is Christmas Spirit by Lizzie Kate. I'm also doing it the same way I'm doing Boo Club, and I only have the first one done, which is Holly with a Beauty and the Beast needle minder. So that's all I have done on it so far, just Holly. I've been stitching at night this week since I found out I passed, but I've been working on one thing. This is it. This is it. So let's show you my other one before I grab that one. This is Boo Club, which, as you guys remember, I restarted it. I'll insert a picture of where this one was last time right here. I haven't done a lot on this one, I'm going to be honest with you. This is all I've done. I finished Spiders, and then I'm starting on the next one. This hasn't been touched hardly at all, you guys. So I need to get back to this one too. I need to figure out a rotation. I'm kind of like, right now, I don't know if you watched, well, before Michelle got on this massive Start Everything this year crazy. She was focusing on like one finish at a time, and that's honestly kind of what I've been doing a little bit, and you'll see right here in the next one. It's by Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is the A Wonderful Time of the Year. Looks like this. This, of course, is all being done, this is being done actually in Victorian model threads. I don't even think you guys saw this last time. I didn't see it on my video. So this is where it's at. It's almost done. Alright, so now we're going to talk haul. I have a couple of needle minders I got. These were all from No Name Needle Minders. Because you have to have stuff like this. That's pretty much what it boils down to. And then I was fortunate enough to get the Coloring Cotton Halloween box. Boo-boos. Hold on.
Mommy, do you have me do this when I stand in it?
When I'm done, let me finish, please. So I have a bunch of different flosses. These are all the flosses. I'm not going to go through them real in depth because you've already seen them. Our chart that we got. We got a Ouija board needle minder and some finishing stuff. Little pair of scissors and some beads. And then the Ouija board and the finishing stuff. Crinkle Crinkle is right here. Angela did amazing with this box. My first piece of fabric was an 18 count 13 by 17. Looks like this, and I'm in love with this. Angela, I don't know if you watch this, you're a genius, and I want more of this. Angela is a genius as far as everything goes. We also got a $15 coupon off in our box, and I've already spent that. You'll see what that is. This is another one. This is also a limited edition. This is another 18 count for me, but this is an 18 by 26 piece of fabric, so it's big. And I love this. I love, love, love this piece of fabric.
And I made another post for him.
Good job. And then last but not least, we got some finishing fabric to use for something, and it looks like this.
So, it's down.
Oh, I'm not, there's two pieces and a little piece of felt for like a backing. So that was our Halloween box. Angela did amazing. I need to actually get a hold of her and see if she has any spots left in her Christmas spots, because, well, you've seen. So our $15 code that we got, I bought some flosses that I had been eyeing. And I'll show you those. Boo-boo. Shh. So I had bought two of Koi. Koi looks like this. She's got like orange. Let's see. There you go. There's Koi. Rusted Tin. Old Moss. And Galactic. You guys. So this is the floss. Michelle, when we were talking the other day, this is the floss that I want her to dye me more of, because I have a certain pattern in mind. And I'm already talking to her. She's going to dye me some more, and I'm super, super excited. She asked what pattern I was going to do it on. I showed her, and then it's a freebie, so I sent it to her because she liked it almost just as much as I did. I'm not sure what floss that she's going to use yet, but that's it. You say hi?
I do something.
Okay, let me finish.
Hi to your own self.
To my own self? Okay, go play for a minute, boo-boo.
I can really say hi.
And then I was also lucky enough to get one of the first rounds of the Bewitched, I think it was the Bewitched collection, the grays from Nancy. Another genius. So this is Into the Darkness. It's super, super dark. This is the other floss that I used on Spooky Welcome for the welcome on the bottom. So that was one of them. Bella! Shh! I'm so sorry, guys. We had Moon Mist, Goblin Cloak, which if you look at Goblin Cloak real close, it has a little bit of variegation. Bewitched. Another really variegated one. You guys, they're just, these, Angela and Nancy are geniuses when it comes to floss. Haunted Lagoon. What is this one? Ghoulish Gray. Where's my other ones? 2, 6. Tombstone. And then I can't find the rest of them right now. So we're just going to go over some of the flosses that I've got. Because a lot of them are, oh, here's another one, right? No, whatever. Some of these are grays that still belong in there, but whatever. These are some of the flosses that I have Eerie Fog, Creepy Shadow.
Mommy?
These two are in
Mom?
it. What?
I can really see something to you all socks.
Yeah. Well, Mama talks to, because my cross-stitching friends watch this. And here's another one, Cauldron Brewing. And this is more of like a brownish, purplish, grayish. And then I have some of my monthly colors, Sea Monster, Graveyard Floss, Sampler Blue, Carnival. I'm going through them kind of quick because you've probably seen a lot of other people's because, again, it's been 3 months. Don't take my floss, please. Red Hot.
Ooh.
Wild Petunias and Shades of Orange Peel.
Ooh.
Vivid Teal, which is one of my favorites. River Barge and Cheerful Skies.
Ooh.
I think River Barge, actually. Bella, please put those down. Was part of the Big Witched one. Fire Orange.
Ooh.
Lavender Petals. Lime Spritz. Multi-Orange. And those are the last of my Victorian mottos. Some of my color and cottons. I have Brandy, Mulberry, Heather, Witch's Brew. Oh, that floss. I need more. Highlands, Cherry, Coral, Chic, Egg Yolk, and Autumn Bouquet. And my child is stealing my floss at the moment. Whatever. So next is just a couple of the charts that I've gotten. I don't have a lot of charts. I have the last 8 and 9 from the Farmhouse Christmas. Bella, do you want Mama to be done? Do you want me to be done? Stop. I also am partaking in the Glitter Village. This is Glitter House 1. This is from Trisha. I'm part of her club. I found this on, was it Stash Unloading? You guys, look what I got. So excited. It just came in the mail today. I'm so excited. I'm going to be getting this up and starting it soon. I've been wanting that forever. And then I have a couple charts that I bought from Michelle when she had her Alzheimer's sale going on. I've been wanting a couple of these for a long time. This is the 2008 and 2012 Santa from Prairie Schooler. The old doll. I want to stitch this up so bad.
I do want to go down.
Shh, I'm almost done. Let me finish. I promise you next time, you guys, it'll be quieter because I'll probably have a different phone. I apologize so much, you guys. This is ridiculous. I'm hoping next time I will have my phone working again and I can do this probably at night when my husband is home. So this was Merry Christmas, my dear. This was also one of them I snagged from Michelle. Home of the Needleworker. I'm going to be honest, I will not be stitching the alphabet or the numbers. If you love those in charts, awesome. I think they look great. That's not personally my preference. So this border will just probably get moved up to right under there. And last but not least, I had sunshine and shadow because this is me. Again, I'm not sure. This won't be being stitched there. I'm tempted to put our last name. Just take the alphabet there and just put our name. And maybe the year we got married or something. But I really like this chart. So that is everything I have bought. Not a lot. Considering it's been 3 months, let's be real, there's not a lot of haul. I was gifted, do you remember on Instagram when we were doing that thing tagging like our want charts or whatever? I had a lady get a hold of me. She is actually one of my followers on Instagram now and gifted me one of my patterns that I really, really was wanting. And that is the farm or Fresh Eggs Farm that our own Priscilla actually drew up and then was charted. I've been really wanting, and she gifted this to me. Not only that, but she said she had another one and asked if I would be wanting it, and it is the Let It Snow bungalow. These were gifted to me probably about 2 months ago-ish. Again, I haven't been making videos, but you guys, this was so, so, so nice, and I am so appreciative and thankful, so thank you. You don't ever expect anything that someone else is giving you to come in the mail, but like, it's just your whole day is made, especially, I mean, my day is made when something I bought comes in the mail, but like when something you didn't buy and comes in the mail and someone just thought of you, it's just so amazing. That's it for me. I get to go compile this all together and make sense of it, even though it'll still be choppy on my phone, and then upload it. So I am already, again, going to apologize. I know it was loud in the background. I did the best that I could with what I could have done today. So I'm back to work this weekend starting tomorrow. So I gotta go finish laundry and cleaning and all that jazz too. So that's gonna be it for me. So hopefully this will not be another 3 months until you hear from me again. Hopefully I'm gonna ask for my husband for our Christmas present if I can just get my new phone. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a fabulous November. I hope you had a great Halloween. And if I don't see you before then, have a great Thanksgiving if you are a American citizen. So that's all for me. And until then, see you later, guys. Bye.